Today we have Mandy Ingber, creator of Yogalosophy, here to take us through a 30-minute yoga flow. Get ready to tone and energize your entire body.
I'm so excited to take you guys through a 30-minute yoga routine. We're going to calm your mind, tone your body, and energize you. So the most important thing with yoga is that you focus on your breath. So we're going to begin by taking 3 long, deep breaths. We're going to begin in mountain pose with your toes spread nice and wide. Kind of nuzzle your feet into the mat, firm your thighs, and spin your palms open, extending out through your sternum and through the crown of the head. Good. Now you can just close your eyes and start by taking a long, deep breath in through the nose and exhale it through the nose. Again, take a deep breath in through the nose, and this time I want you to put your mind on an intention that you would like for yourself today. Something like, I'd like to feel good in my body. Good. One more breath. Deep breath in through the nose. And exhale it out. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and sweep the arms up overhead, and you're going to interlock the fingers except for the pointer fingers and grip your head with your biceps. Ooh. And we're just going to shift over to the right, pushing the hips over to the left, taking a side bend.
Oh, that
nice.
feels good.
Doesn't that feel so good? Stretching out the side body. We're going to inhale and take it to the other side. Good. And we're just going to make the legs super strong so that you're stable here. Again, let's move over and leaning to the right. And then inhale and exhale, leaning to the left.
Gripping the head with your biceps really supports your torso.
It does, it does. So we're gonna go ahead and come back through the center, draw your navel in and separate your palms and plug your shoulders down into your sockets. Let's go ahead from here and let's shove the hips back and sink into chair pose. So now you're gonna begin to strengthen the quads. When you shift back, you want to look down at your knees and make sure that you can still see your toes. Good, and we're just holding here for 3 breaths. Let's call that 2. Good, let's reach the hands behind the back and stretch out the shoulders while we're here, pulling the shoulders down away from the ears. And just remembering to stay focused on your breathing. Good, let's press up to standing, separate the feet, inhale, lift the heart, and then exhale, forward fold, reaching forward with your chest, and bring the arms up and over the head, allowing the crown of the head to dangle towards the mat. And then just shift your body weight forward towards the balls of the feet. And just feel this great hamstring stretch. You can release your arms if you like and bend your knees. This is another variation. So if your hamstrings are tight, just let your torso rest on your thighs, bending the knees.
My hamstrings are tight, Mandy.
Okay, well, we're gonna stretch them out. Let's go ahead and bring the palms to the floor, and we're gonna just step back into a downward facing dog. So we want to press the palms down into the mat and shove your hips back. And while you're here, try bending your knees a little bit and arching the sit bones up. Press the chest down so you get a nice flat spine. Beautiful. And Susie, you can hold that there if you like. Or if you want to straighten out the legs, start to sink the heels down into the mat and just continue to breathe. Let's bend the right knee. Good, and then the left. And remember, it's the breath that's gonna start to calm your mind. Good, so once we walk this out, let's go ahead and just shift the body weight forward and bring the knees to the mat. Bring your palms directly below your shoulders. We're going to cat-cow now. So we're gonna start by pressing the palms into the mat, rounding the spine and dropping the chin, scooping the tailbone under. Good, so this is cow pose.
Oh, it feels so good.
Yeah, so really breathe into the upper back and then roll the shoulders back and lift the sit bones up and lift the chest up to the ceiling, chin up. So this is an inhale. And then the exhale is scooping under, dropping the head. So here we're warming up the spine. Inhale, arch and lift, good. And then exhale, scoop under. Nice, from here, neutralize your spine. So you're just gonna keep your back nice and flat and then extend your right leg behind you, flexing out through the heel, and then reach the left arm out in front of you. So it's as if you're being pulled in opposite directions. I don't know if any of you feel that way in life. Yeah, I know that feeling really well. I want 2 things at once. Okay, good. And from here, you're just gonna bring the palm to the floor, knee to the floor, and we're gonna switch sides. Good, so dynamic energy is really about extension, right? It's holding opposites.
Yeah.
So you wanna find that feeling, that connection. And then as you press your palm into the mat, see if you can just draw your navel in and really feel that connection to your core. Good, let's bring the palm to the floor, the knee to the floor. And from here, we're just gonna go ahead and step the right foot between the hands and sink down into a lunge.
Nice.
Good, yes, this feels amazing. If you like, you can bring your palms onto your quad and just feel that stretch in the left hip flexor.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good. And then again, you can find that extension. This will go a little deeper into the hips if your arms are up, but you can always keep your palms down on the mat.
Especially if you pull that belly button in.
You're
I always
right.
feel that more in my
I
hip
need to do that.
flexor.
Nice. And then we're gonna just go ahead and bring the hands down to the mat and shove the hips back, flexing out through the heel, walk the hands back, burn the quad. And extend your chest towards the top of the foot. So you're now stretching the hamstring. We're getting ready to move, okay?
Yes.
And let's place the foot down on the floor, and we're just gonna do the same thing on the other side. So just step your foot back. Yeah, you guys are rock stars. And let's just switch sides,
yeah.
nice. So again, just stretching out the hip flexor to any degree that you like. The arms can be up, and just bring the focus back to the breathing, right? Just releasing everything out of your hips. Nice. And then let's go ahead and flex the foot and shove the hips back again. Walk the palms below the shoulders. And notice the difference when you actually lift your chest up and extend it towards the top of the foot.
So much bigger.
Yeah, it increases that stretch.
Ooh, baby.
So much.
Good. And then let's go ahead and step back. And we're going to go ahead and come down onto the belly, all the way onto your belly. So cobra pose. Now we're gonna strengthen the back a little bit. So slide your palms directly below your chest and hug your elbows in towards your ribs. Shrug your shoulders back, press all 10 toes into the mat, and just lift your chest up, and you'll feel this in the mid-back.
Yeah.
Now, while you're here, think about scooping the tailbone under so that you're not crunching down into that low back. And then lift your palms off the mat for an inch, chin up, deep breath in. Really opening the lungs, exhale, palms to the mat, and then just shove your hips back into child's pose, resting the forehead down onto the mat. So this is the beginning of a modification you can take during the sun salutations, which we're about to do. Tuck your toes under and push back up into downward facing dog. So you can always go back to that first modification, and Susie's gonna do it for you. Anna and I are gonna go ahead and come into plank position. So this is the beginning of a flow. When you're in plank, your thighs are firm, your navel is in, your hips are level with your shoulders, and you're just gonna slowly lower down, elbows grazing the ribs. Beautiful. And then you're gonna inhale, arch, and lift your heart up. And exhale, tuck your toes under, push back, downward facing dog. Let's do that 2 more times. This time matching the breath to the movement. So shift your weight forward, inhale. Exhale, graze your ribs with your elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog, open the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. 1 more time. Shifting forward, inhale. Exhale, lower. Hover right above the mat. Inhale, arch and open. And exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale it out your mouth. Nice, let's go ahead and walk the feet up to the hands. We like the heavy breathing. Let's roll up to standing nice and slow. Beautiful. It feels so good to be standing up,
Yeah.
facing you guys. Okay, let's take a deep breath in, arms swoop up. This is a half salute. Exhale, swan dive down, chest forward. You can either bring the hands onto the mat or onto the shins. Inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, fold down. Press the feet into the mat to rise up. Inhale, look up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Let's do that 2 more times.
Ooh, it feels good.
Inhale, good. So we're gonna start to get the heart pumping a little bit. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift the chest, shoulders pull back. Exhale, fold, press down to rise. Good. Okay, 1 more time. We're gonna add. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding down. This time you're gonna keep your palms down on the mat. Inhale, lift your chest. Now step back, plank position, modification if you need it. Lower down halfway. Inhale, arch and open. And exhale, press back, downward facing dog. So while you're here, see if you can create a little more space between your shoulders and your ears and roll the biceps in towards each other. take a deep breath in, elevate onto the tiptoes, bend your knees, get kind of springy, and then lightly hop the feet to the hands. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold down, press down to rise, inhale, and exhale, hands to the heart. Let's keep going. So we're gonna build heat in the body now.
Feeling it.
Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding down. We're gonna add a move to this. Inhale, lift the chest. If you want, you can jump back into plank. Lower halfway down. Inhale, arch. And exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Step your right foot to your hands. Your back heel spins in flat. And then rise up, warrior one. So hips squared off to the front. Good. Let's bring the hands down. Step back, plank. Lower halfway. Inhale, open the heart. And exhale, abs take you back, downward facing dog. Left foot steps all the way to the fingertips. Back heel spins in flat. Inhale, open. And exhale, bringing the hands down to the mat. Spin onto the ball of the back foot. Step back and lower. Inhale, arch and open. And exhale, push back. Nice. How you guys doing?
Good.
Okay, we're gonna add to this.
All right.
Hop the feet to the hands. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, folding down, press down to rise up to standing. And exhale, hands to the heart, adding chair pose. Inhale, sink the hips down, beautiful. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, heart up, shoulders pull back. Exhale, step or hop, plank position and lower. Inhale, arch and open. And exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Let's raise the right leg, deep breath in. Exhale, step through. This time, warrior two. Circle the arms open, pressing down.
I love this pose.
Don't you just feel so
Really
strong?
great hip opener.
Power.
Yes, and then we're gonna circle down, windmill the hands to the mat, spin onto the ball of the back foot, step back, keep the hips level, abs firm as you lower down, inhale, arch, and exhale, push back, downward facing. Good, raise the left leg, breath in. Stepping through, warrior two again, this time spin the back heel in flat, open up, shoulders press down, beautiful. And then circle it down to the mat, stepping back and lowering. Inhale, arch, and exhale, push back. So we're nice and warm now.
Oh yeah, Mandy, you got us there.
Elevate onto the tiptoes, bend your knees, hop the feet to the hands. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold down, hips sink down, chair pose, and press to standing, exhale. Again, chair, so we're gonna add more. Fold down, forward bend. Inhale, lift the chest. Let's jump back. If you want, you can come all the way into chaturanga. That's a hard one. Inhale, arch and open. Exhale, push back. This time, raise the right leg up. Knee into the chest. Scoop under, head to the knee.
Abs.
Reach back, that's right. And stepping through, warrior two. This time we're gonna reverse your warrior, so flip your front hand, inhale, reach back, open the heart. And then windmill the hands down, exhale, step back, plank position, thighs firm. Try not to lower down below the elbows as you lower, so shoulders and elbows line up, beautiful. Inhale, arch, and exhale, press back. Left side, inhale, knee in, exhale. Reach back, inhale. Step through, exhale. Back heel spins in flat. Inhale, warrior two. Shoulders press down, exhale. Flip and reach back, inhale. And exhale, circling down. Step back, plank. Lower halfway. Inhale, arch and open. And exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. So we got one more addition.
All right.
Elevate onto the tiptoes. We're gonna do this just one more time. Hop so light to the hands. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold. Hips down, arms up, breath in. And exhale. Who says that yoga is not cardiovascular? Inhale
Nobody
again,
says it.
sink down. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift the chest. Jumping back, chaturanga. Arch and open. Push back and raise your right leg, deep breath in. Scoop the tail under. This is also abdominal work. It's also working the shoulders. Extend the leg behind you. Stepping through, warrior two, one more time. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, circle it down. This time you're going to keep your right toes lifted so your right foot stays raised as you lower down halfway. Drop the foot, breath in, arch. Exhale, press back. And left side, deep breath in. Exhale, bring it forward. I'm out of breath, you guys. You should be. Inhale, reach
I'm
back.
just
And
working
step
my
through.
breath as we flow here.
Back heel sinks down. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, circle it. Last time, keeping the toes lifted, flex out through the foot, lower down. Arch and open, and push back, downward facing dog. We're gonna hold this for 3 breaths.
Nice.
Now, if you'd like to take a break and you wanna come into child's pose, this is a really good time to do it. In fact, anytime you wanna come into child's pose during this routine, I want you to do that. Okay, let's go ahead and raise the right leg up. We're going to bring the knee into the chest 3 times. So inhale, and the exhale, you're going to hug the head into the knee and the knee to the forehead. You're gonna reach the leg back. You can continue to bring it through the center, or if you want, you can bring the right knee to the right shoulder or tricep. Inhale, reach back, and exhale, option to twist. Right knee to the opposite tricep, and then reach the leg back. Inhale, and exhale, stepping through. So we're really working total body while we're here. Let's go ahead and rotate open into Warrior Two. Okay, good. So now we can settle in.
And the shoulders are burning.
Yes.
That move is really good for the upper body.
So sun salutations are really excellent for the arms. You know, I mean, I have amazing arms. It's a lot because I do sun
A
salutations.
perfect view from back here.
Okay, so let's talk about the form a little bit because we're gonna hold this for a little longer. When you're in Warrior Two, you want your front heel to intersect your back arch, okay? And as you sink down, press your front knee open at the same time. So your right knee is pressing open, your left ribs are rotating back towards the left. And you're finding that extension,
Yeah, that feels different.
right?
Yeah.
And then the thing about it is, you know, I love to like sink into my pose. It actually makes it easier. There's this tendency that we have when we're in a position to want to sort of back out of it, but it actually gets easier when we fully commit. You hear that, guys out there?
I feel
Fully commit. Okay, flip your front
that
hand
stretch for sure.
and reach your back hand down your back thigh. Did that come out of my mouth? Because seriously. Okay, so go ahead and sink down. Now we're reversing our warrior. Here we're gonna spiral the chest open and breathe and look up. So your front quad should be burning right now.
Yeah.
It's fully committed.
It's fully committed. It's a fully committed quad.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and bring now the front elbow down. So we're gonna come into a side angle pose. And while you're here, see if you can scoop the tailbone under, and then you're leaning back. If you like, you can bring your top arm up and over, so bicep by the cheek, and spin your palm down. And Susie, try not to lean into the elbow. Try to like actually rebound off of, yeah, that's right. So you have a little more opening.
Yes.
And if you want to go deeper, you can bring your hand down to the inside of the foot and just keep rotating, looking up. Okay, so for those of you who have had enough, go ahead and bring your hand down and go through a vinyasa. Or if you're like me and you just can't get enough, keep the front knee bent, come back up into Warrior Two. Inhale, and exhale, circle it down. Good. Option to keep the toe lifted or just go into a regular plank position and lower down. Arch and open, breath in. Exhale, abs take you back to downward facing dog. Left leg up, let's do the same thing on the other side. You got 2 sides. Inhale, exhale, shifting forward, forehead to knee. Inhale, reaching the leg back. Through the center or same tricep, same knee. Reach back, breath in, and you feel your abs working here the whole way, right?
Yeah.
Twisting to the other side, so working the obliques. And then leg extends behind you again, breath in. And stepping all the way through, back heel spins in, Warrior Two hold. So taking a couple of deep breaths, settling in right here. So we want to strengthen the mind, right? The thoughts you think have so much to do with the way that you feel.
Yes.
So you want to start telling yourself things like, this is the feeling of my body getting stronger, right? This is actually the feeling of my body changing. So breathe deeply, have a little gratitude for your amazing body that can actually do this. And this free video that you're able to watch, come on. Flip the front hand, reach the back hand down the back thigh, And sink down deep as you reach back. So finding that opposition energy, that's a lot. You know, yoga has so much to do with working with opposites. So we want to hold both and, right? Challenging, yet I also feel like it's coming out of me easily. Let's go ahead and bring the elbow down to the quad, top arm up and over. Plug the shoulder down into the socket, press down in order to rebound off of your thigh. If you want to bring the hand down to the inside of the foot, do. Keep leaning back, pry the knee open with your own body.
Ooh,
Couple more
that's
breaths.
a deep stretch.
Yes, it is. It's a deep stretch. So we're stretching and strengthening.
Yes.
Okay, so either coming back up, keeping the knee bent, very challenging.
Woo.
And circle it down. Step back, toe stays lifted, lower down halfway. Inhale, arch and open. And exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Nice. Raise the right leg up. Deep breath. We're gonna bend the knee open. And you can either stay here or you can go ahead and keep stepping back and flip your dog. So while you're here, you're pushing the hips up, you're rebounding off of the floor, and you're getting a nice back bend here and a nice stretch for the entire front of the body.
I feel like a kid again.
Good. Okay, let's bring the hand back, circle it back, reach the right leg up. Inhale, and let's step through. Inhale, arms up, and come into crescent pose. This time you're gonna keep your back heel lifted. All right, so we're gonna work into some balance here. Take your torso to a diagonal, and then pull your shoulders down. Let's bring the hands back. When you bring your hands back, it's gonna be a lot easier to balance. So reconnect with your breathing. The key to balance is focusing your gaze on a point that doesn't move. So let's go ahead and do that. And then we're gonna launch up forward, bringing the back leg up, keeping the chest lifted. So the three things you wanna look for when you're balancing are the gazing point. So when the gaze is still, the mind is still. The breath, when you breathe, you're right here, right now. And extension, so lines of energy. You're reaching out through the crown of the head, extending out through the back foot. Good, from here, let's go ahead and bring the leg forward without touching the foot to the floor. Inhale, reach the arms up, shoulders pull down. I didn't share this with these girls, so this is a surprise. Bend your knee, and let's go ahead and bring the sole of the foot to the inner thigh. Palms pressed together, tree pose. Good. So again, staying balanced. If you like, you can bring your arms up. Pressing the sole of the foot to the inner thigh. You see me wobbling? See, I do this all the time and I wobble. Good, and let's go ahead and release, stepping back into a lunge. Inhale. And then exhale, let's just go ahead and bring the left hand down to the inside of the foot and rotate the chest. So a twist. Twists are detoxification poses. So whatever you don't want, you're wringing it out of your body right now. Gaze up at the top hand. And if you feel like you want a challenge, let's go ahead and we're going to swivel onto the side of the foot, stepping back as you press your palm down into the mat. That'll really help. And lift the underside of the waist into side plank or one arm balance. If you are more advanced, you can bring your top leg up. Beautiful.
Ooh.
Good, and let's bring the hand down, look straight ahead, lower the foot, and through the vinyasa. Inhale, arch and open, and exhale, push back, downward facing. Good, left side, breath in. Bend the knee. Either stepping back, flipping your dog, pressing the hips open, or staying there with a bent leg. Breathe, look up to the top hand, gaze at your fingertips.
I love how that opens the rib cage.
Yes.
Awesome.
Plenty of oxygen, plenty of breath. And then circle the hand down, spin onto the ball of the back foot, extend the leg, inhale. Exhale, stepping through. So you know what to expect now. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, torso to a diagonal. Think about scissoring your inner thighs together to stabilize you.
That is a great tip.
Okay, so we want everything is happening along the core, the center of the body. So fix your gaze and let's go ahead and launch off into Warrior 3, flexing out through the heel. Good. So again, extend energy out through that standing leg, out through the back leg, reaching out through the crown of the head. One more deep breath, and then let's bring the leg all the way through. Arms up, inhale. Exhale, knee bends, sole of the foot to the inner thigh, tree pose this side, palms pressed together. Sole of the foot presses into the inner thigh. Extension out through the crown of the head. Balanced, balanced. Little bit of everything.
Yeah, it's so amazing how different my sides are.
Yes.
So it's so good to practice this.
You know, they say the right is the masculine, the left is the feminine. Let's go ahead and extend the leg back. And stepping through. So a lot of the times if we're like overachievers, our right side is a lot tighter. Inhale, reach up. And then bring the right hand to the floor and rotate open. Good. So as you're here, see if you can almost arch your upper back. It's almost like a back bend in the upper back. And then we're gonna rock onto the outside of the foot, step it back, coming into side plank, one arm balance. By the way, I did not say this on the other side, staggering the feet will allow you more balance if you need this. So replay this video. Top arm up and over, leg up if you like. And then hand to the floor. Beautiful. Let's hold plank position here. So as if you didn't get enough core, we're gonna go ahead and just raise the right toes off of the floor. By the way, I've heard that Victoria's Secret models do these planks like 10 minutes a day.
Wow.
So I don't know if that's in a row. Okay, so you're holding here. And then lower the toes, switch sides. Good. Good. So walk, yes, breathe. Draw the ribs in, push off of the floor, rebound off of the floor. That'll give you more energy.
Feel that.
Good, and then let's lower down. Let's bring the forearms down to the mat. And again, we're just continuing holding this plank.
More plank.
More planks.
More core.
More core. Good, and then we're just gonna drop the hips. Yes. Okay, Sphinx pose. Pressing the forearms down onto the mat. I've got to prove myself here, right?
You're the best.
I know you're all young out there. 46 right here. Gotta prove it. Okay, so press the shoulders down, lifting the heart up, breathe.
So yoga keeps you young is ultimately.
It does. It does.
I'm gonna practice daily.
Yeah.
I just feel like I'm playing all the time. Okay, let's go ahead and lower down.
Oh, that feels good.
Yeah, it does feel good to lower down. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do one back bendy thing. So interlace the fingers behind you, lift your chest up, lift your legs up, and just hold here. If you wanna stay longer, you may. Pull your shoulder blades together, lift your heart, everything up a little higher.
Oh, we all need
And
this.
lower down, push
Yeah.
back, child's pose. Brief child's pose for you all. Good, and when you're ready, which you may not be ready, but let's do a little bit of ab work and then we're gonna just stretch. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a few options. You're up on your sit bones, you're gonna lift your feet up. Deep breath and hold. So you can either bring your hands out or bring them right by your hips. And we're just gonna hold both for a few breaths. So we're gonna take this into some abs. So we're gonna take this into V-ups. You can either bring your hands back behind you. Let's go for 10. Knees in. The other option would be arms out in front of you. Good. I don't know how many that was. Let's call it 4. Okay, and if you want to really go crazy, arms out and then in. 3, 2, 1. Woo! I feel so good. Okay. All right, let's stretch. So bring the hard stuff is over. Let's bring the soles of the feet together.
Now the nice stuff.
This is the good stuff.
This is the yoga that everybody talks about. Let's take an inhale, extend the chest up, and then exhale, forward fold. Now, if this is too much for you, cobbler's pose, you can always just cross your legs, right, and just fold forward. So there's not a better, there's not a better way to be. It doesn't matter if you're more flexible. If you are more flexible, it just means that you're a better person. Just kidding. Okay, come up.
Means you've been practicing more often. Good for you.
Okay, and let's go ahead and swing. Actually, we're gonna come into pigeon from here. So we're gonna swing the right leg behind you and square the hips off to the floor. Or you can do the Susie option, which is reclining pigeon, laying on your back, crossing the ankle over the knee, threading the needle. And you're gonna breathe. So it's the same exact stretch. And we're just gonna try to hold this for about 30 seconds because usually it takes about 30 seconds for a stretch to be effective. And usually that's about 5 breaths. So that's a good way to gauge it if you don't have a timer, if you decide to leave your iPhone somewhere else.
Yeah, it's a good way to focus on your breathing.
It is.
Yeah.
So really using that as your timer.
Okay, let's go ahead and walk the hands up. We're gonna switch sides. So we're just gonna swing the leg forward, and again, bring the opposite leg behind you, squaring the hips off towards the mat. Untuck your toes. So the idea here is to bring the knee to the outside of the shoulder, and then we're just gonna drop down onto the forearms. And breathe into the hips, receptivity, right? Stretching out the IT band, which can get really tight with all the other activities that we do. I know a lot of us do things other than just yoga.
Those runners.
Myself included. It's great for runners, it's great for spinners.
Yes.
This is also really good for your back, because everything's connected, you know? That's the beauty, that's the thing about yoga. It's not just a bunch of body parts, right? Everything is working together in tandem. So we're just gonna hold for several more breaths, and you can just kind of chill out and close your eyes, and I want you to just reconnect with yourself, and I want you to imagine somebody, maybe a child, maybe yourself as a child, somebody that you really love. And just notice how when you think about that person, you know, as you close your eyes and think about them smiling, just notice what it does to you. So where you put your mind affects the way you feel. Let's go ahead and rise up. You're gonna rock up to sitting. Let's reach the legs out in front. Okay, so we're gonna do one more thing for your hamstrings. I want you to keep your knees bent and just grip onto your big toes. And then you're just gonna walk your butt back. I'm just doing it this way because it's kind of fun. Just walk your butt back.
I like that.
I like that. It's a good trick.
And then pull yourself down and elbows to the mat. Maybe you drop your head. Forward bends, they are neutralizing to the nervous system, right? So right now, don't even think about stretching so much, but just think about letting go, about releasing. Good, relax your throat, relax your forehead. Take one last deep breath in. Exhale it out. Good, and let's come up, and in a seated cross-legged position, let's finish together. So you can go ahead and close your eyes, nobody's watching. And you can just sit up nice and tall, pull your shoulders back and down, flip your palms upwards, and just notice your spine nice and long here. And just take a moment to notice how good you feel when you pay a little attention to yourself. Bring your palms together at your heart. Thank you so much for practicing with us today. The divine light in me salutes the divine light in you. Namaste.
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 It was such a pleasure to have you here with us today. I need a daily dose of you.
All right, it's so much fun. And you can get more of me by purchasing my New York Times bestselling book, Yogalosophy, 28 Days to the Ultimate Mind-Body Makeover, or my DVD, Yogalosophy.
Awesome. We'll see you guys next time on Pop Sugar Fitness.